Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends. And welcome to this, a brand new day. I'm actually feeling kind of better. I'm still wheezy, and I'm still nasally sounding, but I'm not as clogged. I'm not as coughing. I'm not as sneezing. It's not really proper verb tensing and all that, but that's fine. Hopefully you get the idea. And I actually slept moderately well last night, and I'm feeling pretty good today. So here's hoping that I'm on the last part of the climb coming on out of this. That would be a very good thing. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Again, sorry for the nasal sounding. I've had chronic sinusitis my whole life. Just all sorts of fun stuff with my sinuses. I'm allergic to something 24/7, 365, all that. So, yay. Still though, YouTube algorithms and front loading of videos. Hey, if you like what you see and hear, if you could toss me a like, that'd be very cool. And if you could subscribe to the channel, if you like what you hear and see, that too would be awesome. If you could leave me a comment, I love comments, definitely a thumbs up on that, and I try to push through my executive function to answer as many as I can. Yay! And of course, I do want to thank my Patreon patrons, these beautiful and awesome people who literally help to keep me alive. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. I like being alive. It is a good thing. If my pets could thank you, they would thank you as well. My kitty cat is alive and doing well, and my little hamster, Ghost, well, he's in his cage. He comes out, runs around, does stuff. So if he could thank you for you helping to keep us all alive, he would too. So thumbs up on that. Yay, front loading of videos. So, yeah, feeling better. That's a good thing. Went on walkies last night, of course. Even when deathly ill, I go out on walkies because, number one, apparently I'm not smart, and number two, I don't have a working vehicle, so I can't stock up on food for me or my kitty or anything like that, so I have to go on daily walks to the store to buy what I need for the next day. Yay! So went out, and it was good. It was nice. It was chill, not freezing, but chill, and that was good, and clear. So no rain. It hasn't rained for the past couple of days. I need to put a card reader onto my Amazon wish list link because I can't afford one even now. So yay, thumbs up on that. Still though, let me see if I can remember what I was going to talk about. Yes, this is what it was. I actually pushed through my executive dysfunction. I had made a call last week to the hospital to try and figure out what I'm going to do for paying things. They never called me back. So I called again and left another message saying, hey, and then no follow back from them. Yesterday, I tried a different menu item on the phone and actually got through to a person. Explained what, I need charity care, I need this, that, and the other. I couldn't find my bill, so yay, I was on hold for a while while they called me up out of the system, but the message has been sent that I'm not just a freeloader. They're sending me the paperwork. It'll take, business days to get here. I just need to fill it out, attach the appropriate paperwork, and then I can send it in, and then hopefully it'll be fully evaporated. When I was married and my wife was able to do this for me, I had been hospitalized and it was completely evaporated, all debt. And that was when I was married and we had 2 income. Now I'm single and almost all my money goes to my rent. So hopefully I can get it all evaporated. Here's hoping. Because otherwise, I can't pay it. So yay. Yay. Unfortunately, the bad part is yesterday I also fell asleep hard here in my chair for like 2 hours. Sometimes I wasn't fully asleep. I was awake enough to start a video, but not awake enough to do anything else, but then immediately settle back down and fall into a sleep again. 2 hours. When I woke up, oh my God, my neck was killing me because my head was dangling like this for 2 hours. It still is sore just from doing that. Hokey smokes. I gotta be more careful. So yeah, that hurt. And of course, headache further from, hypoxia, lack of breathing. Yay. And my limbs didn't feel right, and it was just a very unpleasant feeling. I gotta make sure to not do that. I stop breathing sometimes. And when I do, you don't breathe, you don't get oxygen, you suffer from lack of oxygen. It's really hard on your brain, it's really hard on your heart. And it's not even a thing that just happens when I sleep, because there are times when I'm awake that I will have to consciously breathe on my own, because if I don't, I notice I'm not breathing. And so I have to pick up and voluntarily do some breathing. It doesn't last long. I mean, even when I fall asleep and I stop breathing, it's usually a minute maximum. Usually much less than that, like 30 seconds or so. I just have to voluntarily breathe, and then I can forget about it because that period's over and my brain picks up the slack again. Yay. So that was joyous, but other than that horrific thing happening, I tried to record a video. Oh my god, I was doing so well on Shadow Warrior because I've got those 4 videos of doing Shadow Warrior. And then I got 20 minutes into this one. I had loaded up and I was saving to the same save spot that I'd loaded. And then 20 minutes into it, the game crashes. And unfortunately, while Bandicam, the screen recorder I use, is a good screen recorder, if the game crashes, so does Bandicam's recording. And so 20 minutes of video stuff lost, and I'd been saving to the same save game I'd loaded, so all of that progress I couldn't even go back and redo because I'd been saving over the top of it. My mood is volatile because of my depression. I had been feeling pretty good up until that point, and I had to suddenly fight because depression does lie to you. Even if it's biochemical and you can't help it, it's still lying to you. But I had to be very careful, and I fought hard because it suddenly felt like I was just standing on basically a flagpole with just deep, endless, emotionless voids to all sides, and I'm balancing carefully on one leg on top of this flagpole, trying to not let my mood take a plunge. I was able to do it though. I managed to not take that depression plunge, and that was a good thing. But I did go out walkies, and I got myself food for myself, and I got things for my kitty cat, and that's a good thing. It is good to metabolize. Yay! Past that though, I do want to talk again about just the whole creative stuff and what happens, because I can't force my creativity. I have to follow it, and no matter, even if it's an idea that I've come up with the whole cosmic horror stuff, I'm still having to follow what my inner head is deciding to be a good idea. I can push, but I can't push. And so I had originally come up with just the idea for the story that I talked about the other day, where it starts off with this one person, they get, bullet through the brain, and then it goes to the assassin, but then the assassin gets kidnapped and they die of fever, and then there's the person that comes to clean up the body, and then their story, and then you find out what's going on there. It's come further and gelled more. Remember, my Cosmic Horror Pantheon Framework horror story stuff is trying to encompass, and does a pretty good job, of everything. Now, the cosmic horrors themselves, they don't know about us. We're too small. Just like we wouldn't be able to recognize the actual cosmic horrors themselves because they're just too much. But there are other beings that they deploy. Like there is an Ong. An Ong is a smaller creature that is sent into an actual universe where the horrors can't go, but they have an interest in the universe itself. And then the Ong burrows into the side of reality, lays its eggs, and then when they hatch, those become aspects of the actual cosmic horrors, and they can interact and be doing things on a small basis with smaller characters because they are the Ongoka. They talk to other alien races who become allies to them. The Goka, anyone who's not allied with them, and in fact all of us are Gokura. And there is an Ur language of power that underlies the universe. And as you become more powerful, you get to know more of this language just because you have power. And Gokura has a couple meanings, but part of it is numberless and part of it is just prey. Even the underlying part of reality looks upon all of us as just prey. So there's all of these things. Now the backstory that really doesn't matter, it just kind of tells you a little bit of things, but not a whole lot. There is a follower of Khodiran. Khodiran, one of the cosmic horrors that sort of personifies mindless consumption, greed. Followers of Khodiran, they sacrifice at the temple. And the temple is their body, and you sacrifice by eating. And Khodiran, like all things, likes quantum knotting. And you have quantum knotting around intelligence. And so the favorite prey is, well, the little bipeds that run around. And so you sacrifice at the temple by feeding Khodiran. You eat people. This is not a survival thing. This is not a bad. This is bad. They do that. They are thick, stocky, 300 pounds. There's this guy gets a vision. Gets money because you get rewarded when you sacrifice at the temple, and has money and power and starts looking for this object, this artifact. And in a snowy, rocky, frozen area, they start excavating and building this complex underneath. And then when they find the object, they bring it up to the almost fully built, still underground excavated areas, and they start studying this. But they also build, because they want to see how it deals with people, this cabin where they kidnap people, put them in it, see how the influence of the object affects them. That's what happens to Paulo, the assassin. They're none too careful about a lot of their recruitment. There's a lot more where we came from. So the guy Lev, who comes in to clean up Paulo's body, this isn't his first rodeo. It isn't even the 50th, 60th, or 70th time he's had to go in and clean up a corpse, because the recruitment team was just a little bit too enthusiastic. And so, well, let's clean the place up and get ready for the next one. Lev is unfortunately temporally broken, chronologically broken. He's trapped and can never make sense of stuff, because while he's also in an asylum going, I'm young, I don't understand, he's also stuck back in the past at this place, unable to understand what's happened. And he can't understand because he is chronologically, temporally broken. His focus, his consciousness is broken and split between two times. He can't figure it out. Unfortunately, there is another person who, this is the last part of the story. They work in the asylum where Lev is. They talk to Lev, and then they've got to go down to the second basement where the loading bay is and get some stuff. They became spatially broken, because when they get down into the basement, they can't really find where anything is. And when they do, the loading bay, it's just this huge excavated area inside of a mountain. And by this time they start having to walk forward, because the air, while thick going forward, you can move through it, go off to the side. It gets even thicker. Try to go backwards, it's like trying to move through ice. All she can do is move forward. And as all of this equipment, the same company as the asylum she works in, Mount Valen, it's the excavation point, and she's going through this place that is empty. But she cannot deviate. It is a linear path. She knows something bad is happening. She doesn't want to be there. She does not want to experience this, but she can't do anything but go forward. And when she finds the room that is filled with all of the mummified bodies of those who worked in this complex and who came and unalived themselves in supplication to Khodiran's MacGuffin, whatever it is, doesn't even matter. It's the fact that it's just its effect on those that is important. They're all gone and mummified. She's spatially broken in front of this object. I'm not quite sure yet how it ends, but by the time she's there, there's not much left of the story. What started off as just a joke, sort of making fun of myself because, hey, death is humor. It was funny because this person says, you know, I had a great day and nothing can take that from me. And the joke being, oh, spat, batch that was just taken away from you by a bullet. And it became so much more than that. And of course, it's not like I'm working on something different as I deal with this, because the whole inside-outside razor's edge takes place in the same framework. If it hadn't been for the cosmic horrors, there wouldn't be all this slip-sliding of energy from other universes and other areas of the universe that soaked into the whole setting of the razor's edge as it was forming and became what it is. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. It's not many, but anything more than 0 is awesome, so thank you. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. And even though I got an American Sign Language, well, my depression, fibromyalgia, ADHD, and so much more, my memory issues are better, and they do continue to get better as long as I'm healthy. I'm going to reach a point one day, but still. We have Forever Phantom, yes indeed, and thank you. We have Garrett Spear, who left quite a few comments, and I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. We have Confused Owl 29. Luckily, I got that done, and hopefully what I talked about today helped out, and I do need to talk about time and gravity wells again. Zach Davis, thumbs up, and thank you very, very much. We have Will DeGuyer, something like that. Thank you very, very much. There's Kale, who left a not really respectful comment, but it wasn't abusive. So there's Tommy Copeland. Oh, it is so much fun, is it not? But thank you very much for the comment. Danny Shirley, thank you very, very much. Ben B, good to see you in the comments. And Flora Mew, oh boy, yeah, writing down, I can't write things down in memory. Oy vey, it is fun. Yeah, some sort of thing where I could talk into it, and then that would be good. I'm gonna actually think about that. Thank you very, very much. 10 people left me comments in the past 24 hours. You got me out of my head and into the world, dealing with real people, if only in text, and if only for a very short time. But thank you so much. It is appreciated to no end. And of course, with my hands in the air, I don't know what device you're watching this on, so I don't know where the video description is, or even if you're on a device that we can watch one. I sometimes watch YouTube on my PS4. You can't read comments or anything like that. There's videos, that's pretty much it. Or at least all that I can find. Which, being of a boomer age, I wouldn't almost be surprised. I grew up on tech and the internet, though, so... Anyway, though, where was I? What the heck was I talking about? Oh, yes. But inside I have links to all of my channels. And, of course, there's links to my Twitter, my Facebook, my Patreon. And again, I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. Literally, these beautiful and awesome people are beautiful and awesome. I do appreciate being alive. And I know that my pets would thank you for being alive because of these people. It is appreciated to no end. Thumbs up and thank you. If you would like to help me out and become one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be awesome. There are links in the video description. Thumbs up for that. If you'd like to help me out without becoming a patron, there are links to a PayPal. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wish list link with stuff like cat food, and there's a plushie, a soft plushie on it. That'd be awesome if someone could grab that. Don't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. And if you cannot or do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validations I get from my existence. A definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool. Thank you very much. Yay! I said I was going to change this, and then I didn't. I plan on changing this soon. Promise. I'm going to leave this part because, yeah. But this, it's time for a change. And of course, though, with the Covfefe bug a-ragin', please. It's not a joke. It's not a hoax. It's not political. If you do not have to go out among the unmasked, unvaxxed, mouth breathers, please don't. If you do, maintain as much social distancing as you can, wear your mask, wash your hands often, try not to touch your face, get a vax if you haven't, get a booster if you can. There's no benefit to going, my freedoms, and then dying of a disease. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a very good thing.